Hello and thanks for joining me again for another episode of SpaceBourne 2. So today we're sitting in the mothership here. We're still docked at the station from last episode. So what we're going to do is we are going to take off. Today we're going to have a look at the fighters docked on the mothership. Go over a few of the things. There are a few bugs with it. This is a clunky big old thing. Alright, so I'm just going to cruise away from the station a little bit, just so we've got a bit of space around us. Go back into cockpit mode. We're going to hold down G, and that'll bring us into the cockpit itself. I'm going to fast travel over to the hangar. I have to go through 2 sets of doors. Got to hit F at this one. So there's a few bugs with the fighters on here. You can see we've got our WRA ship there, and we've got the Xenon warrior over there. So because we've just come out of the cockpit of the mothership, this terminal is currently set to the mothership. So got all the stuff of the mothership on here. So now if we hop into one of these, as soon as we hop in, it automatically takes off, and you can see our paint jobs come back. So that's one of the bugs, is the paint job while it's docked. See, that's not the paint job of our Xenon warrior either. So it goes sort of to the default paint job until you actually get in your ship. Okay, so one of the bugs, if we put down our landing gear and we come through, it'll automatically dock us. We hop out and you can see our landing thing up here stays there, and that'll stay there regardless. Even if we go back now to our mothership cockpit.
The captain is now boarding the mothership.
We hop in here. We've still got that, and the mothership has no landing gear, so we can't retract landing gear. We can't really get rid of that screen up there, and the only way that I've found to get rid of that is to save and reload. So alternatively, we do go back, we can hop back into our fighter. And once again, we'll eject us off. If we lower our landing gear again and then raise it, that gets rid of it. Now the thing is though, you don't need to lower your landing gear to dock in the mothership. You just need to fly straight in there and it'll automatically dock, and you won't get that little landing screen up there. So we don't have the hold down F for services here, we have to get out. But seeing as we just got out of that, and see my paint job's back, but it's not docked where it was, like that one there. So if we go in here now, we're now in the terminal for our fighter. And yeah, we picked the fighter, not the drone carrier. We could still put drones in it, and I did, but we can't use them. So might as well just sell those. They're useless on there. Okay, so now one thing, whenever you dock in here, it pops all of your gear out. So we've popped that back in, and now one of the other issues is if we now go over to this one, we hop in here, same again, automatically takes off. Now it's showing down here things that are equipped, but it's still showing, you know, what was equipped in the other ship. It's not showing what's equipped in this ship. If we jump out of here and we go back over to the terminal, terminal is now set to the Xenon Warrior. Components are not set. Okay, so can set them back in. And now if we go back to this ship, once again, the things it's showing here is for the other ship. So we're just gonna dock back in here. There we go. Cruise on down, we'll go over here. See, it's unloaded us all. Now I have had a thing where not only has it unloaded them, but they've also completely disappeared from here. So in that instance, it's not very useful. Like as soon as you want to switch your ship over, so if you want to use one of these fighters, like you've been flying the mothership around, then you want to hop into a fighter and use it, you have to hop in the fighter, redock it again, come back and put your stuff into it. Otherwise, you can't use it. So, okay. So that's one of the issues. And now my C button is not working. Okay. Did have to press R to take off then. Alright, so now this is, I think, more of a game mechanic than a bug. You can see our mothership is there. If we head over to the Stargate, in our fighter, while it's assigned to the mothership.
Calibration completed. Waiting for the thruster input.
And we press Control H, it says return to deck. So we can't go anywhere.
Warp drive online.
We can go to anywhere that's in the system, but we can't exit the system in our fighter while it's assigned to the mothership. But you can see our mothership does appear on the map, and we can head to it.
Calibration module activated. Calibration completed. Waiting for the thruster input.
And we'll find the docking bay around on the side here. Cruise back in. Hold down G. And you can see as soon as we've landed, oh, it's kept our stuff there that time. Okay. So, if we go back in here now, and now we're going to fast travel to the storage, and we're going to turn to the right, and there's the faction hangar. I'm not sure if I showed, I know I showed the faction hangar last time, but because we've just come out of our fighter, the faction hangar is now set up for our fighter. So we're at max level on our fighter, but we can change our stuff here, and you can upgrade your ships, your fighters from here, doing it that way. So now that we've been in our fighter, we'll go back to our cockpit, hop back in the mothership, eject out of there, head back to the hangar. So one thing I do wish that they would do is put like a little terminal here to change the control of which ship you're controlling, so that you don't have to run all the way back to the cockpit and back again. So now we're back in cahoots with the mothership. It has kept the gear. Sometimes it unloads it and sometimes it doesn't when you're switching out between ships. In this case it's kept it. But if we hop back into this ship again, and we dock straight away again. Go to components, see, all the stuff's gone, disappeared. So that is one problem. It's not even just unequipped, it's gone. So there we go. That's a bit of a rundown on fighter ships. So not very useful if your stuff keeps getting unloaded and disappears. But I do have a use for them, and I'll be showing that in the next video. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, then please give me a like or a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.